In this video, we are going to talk about dilations again. Dilations we know just meant to change the size of our preimage. Dilation meant to change the size. And specifically, we changed the size by multiplied by a scale factor. Today we're going to determine what the scale factor is, so instead of using the scale factor in a preimage to find the image, we're going to use the preimage in the image to find the scale factor. So we're working backwards today, and backwards your opposite of multiplying would be to divide. So to find the scale factor, we have to divide. Specifically, we're going to divide with divide the image divided by the preimage. Image isn't really spelled with an apostrophe. I put that apostrophe there to remind us that the prime notation goes with the image. Now this is equal to the scale factor, and remember that the scale factor was the letter K. Also, as a reminder, a dilation rule, the rule for a dilation, it looks like kx, ky. Because we take the scale factor and multiply it by the x value, the scale factor and multiply it by the y value to get the new image ordered pair. So we're going to start with the first example here. I will look at my preimage ordered pairs. The preimage ordered pairs are the ones without the prime notation. So that would be the smaller box, A, B, C, and D. A is located at -1, 2, 3, 4. 4 to the left is a -4. And then down 2 is -2. B is located at right 2, and then down 2. Right 2 gives a positive 2x value, down 2 gives a -2y value. C is located at 1, 2 to the right and 2 up. Right and up are both positive values. And then D is located at left 1, 2, 3, 4 and up 1, 2. Left 4 is -4, up 2 is a positive 2. Now we'll look at the image ordered pairs. The image ordered pairs are A prime, B prime, C prime, and D prime. A prime is located at left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and down 1, 2, 3. Left 6, down 3. B prime is to the right 1, 2, 3, and down 1, 2, 3. So positive right 3 and negative because we went down 3. C prime is at right 1, 2, 3, and up 1, 2, 3. Positive 3 because right and up are both positive numbers. D prime is located at negative, because we're going to go left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, -6. Up is 1, 2, 3 up, so positive 3y value. To find the scale factor, we're going to take any image ordered pair, because the scale factor is image over preimage. The scale factor is image over preimage. Sorry, I'm just looking for a color that would look different than pink and blue, or red and blue. To find the scale factor, we're using image over preimage. Image over preimage. So we're going to pick any number from our image. I'll pick the -6 from ordered pair A prime. -6. And we need to pick that corresponding number from the preimage. So we used something from A prime, so we're going to find something from A. Specifically, we used the x value from A prime, so I have to use the x value from A. So the scale factor is -6 over -4, which reduces to a positive 3/2. So the scale factor, or k, is 3/2. You can pick any of those ordered pairs. What you'll find is that the ordered pair, you can pick any of the values. What you'll find is that they all reduce to 3/2. So if we had picked A prime's y value, -3, then the preimage order point is -2, which reduces to a positive 3/2. If we had chosen the x value from B prime, we would use a 3 in the numerator and a 2 in the denominator. The x value from B is 2, which is 3/2. If we had picked the y value from B prime, we would have used a -3. That means the y value from B, -2, which reduces to a positive 3/2. If we had picked any of the numbers from C, they're both the same, we would have gotten 3. If we used the corresponding matching number from C, we would have had a 2. 3/2 is the same as 3/2. If we used the x value from D prime, we would have used -6 over the x value from D is -4, which reduces to 3/2. And if we used the y value from D, we would have had a 3. The y value from D prime is 3, and the y value from D is 2. Again, 3/2. So no matter which numbers you use, you end up with 3/2 as the scale factor. It's important to remember to pick the same corresponding position. So if you had picked the -6 from D, you would have picked the -6 from D prime, you would have picked the -4 from D. You could have picked the -3 from B prime and the -2 from B, and so on. I'm not going to go through all of those again. Now let's look at this example, the one to the right of that. The preimage order, we still have to write the rule. Sorry. We know that k is 3/2, and the rule looks like kx, ky. So we're just going to substitute 3/2 in for k. So our rule looks like 3/2 x, 3/2 y. This just means that to go from preimage to image, we take the x value, multiply it by 3/2, x value multiplied by 3/2, and that gets us the new x value. You can verify that -4 times 3/2 truly does get -6. The product is -6. Now we can look at the example to the right. We'll start by reading the preimage ordered pairs. The preimage is the bigger triangle, A, B, and C. Point A has an ordered pair of nothing left or right, so 0 as the x value, 1, 2, 3 as the y value. B has an ordered pair of to the right 1, 2, 3, up 1, 2, 3. To the right 3 is a positive 3, up 3 is also a positive 3. Now we need the ordered pair for C. The ordered pair for C is located at right 6, up or down nothing. Right 6 is a positive 6. Nothing up or down is a 0. Now we're looking at A prime, B prime, and C prime. A prime, B prime, and C prime. Okay. A prime is located at 0, 2. The ordered pair for B prime is at 2, 2. And the ordered pair for C prime is 3, 0. Sorry, 4, 0. It helps when you can count. Okay. I know I can pick any two corresponding numbers and use them to determine the scale factor, as long as the image number is in the numerator and the pre-image number is in the denominator. So for a moment, I'm going to pick the y value from C prime, sorry. The y value from C prime is 0. Over the pre-image, so I need the y value from C, which is 0. We cannot use that because dividing by 0 gets an undefined value. Dividing by 0 is undefined. We are not allowed to do it. Mathematical jail here. So we can use image over pre-image as long as we do not pick 0. Do not pick 0. So I'm going to have to change my number. Maybe I'll pick the 4 from C prime. If I pick the 4 from C prime, 4 goes in the numerator. C's x value is 6, so 6 is in the denominator. And 4 divided by 6 is the same as 2/3. 2/3 is k then. My scale factor is 2/3. To write the rule, kx, ky, we just replace k with 2/3. 2/3 times x, 2/3 times y is the new image ordered pair. Looking at the next examples here, we're only picking one ordered pair, and we're not even using the entire ordered pair. We're only using one number from each ordered pair. So we don't even have to really write all of the pre-image and image ordered pairs. I'll pick to use point A and point A prime. Point A is at, its ordered pair is -1, 2, up 4. -2, 4. And A prime is at -1, up 2. Left 1, up 2. Using my scale factor, I have to set it up as image over pre-image. We can pick either the -1 or the 2. If I pick the 2, then the number I have to use for the denominator from the pre-image is 4. The y value from A prime, so I pick the y value from A. If you wanted to use the -1 from the image, you would have used -2 from the pre-image. Either way, your fraction reduces to +1/2. The scale factor is +1/2. To write the rule, we have half times x, half times y. And you can see this one way easier than the other two because you guys like multiplying by half in your head better than 3/2 and 2/3. Half of -2 is -1. So we took half of the old x to get the new x. Half of the old y, half of 4 is 2. Half of the old y to get to the new y. Looking at the example to the right of that, the ordered pair I pick is going to hopefully not include a 0 in it because I don't even want to be tempted to use 0. So I'm going to pick to use ordered pairs B and B prime. Now if I picked B prime, then I had to use point B because my numbers have to be from the same ordered pair in the corresponding positions. The pre-image B has an ordered pair of 3, 1. The image B prime has an ordered pair of 6, 2. To find the scale factor, we take something from the image and divide it by the corresponding number from the pre-image. Our image, I'll pick the 6. That's the x value from b prime, so I have to pick the x value from b, which is 3. That reduces to 2. We divide by 1 in a special way. So we've got 6 divided by 3 is 2, 3 divided by 3 is 1, 2 divided by 1 is 2. 2 is k. The scale factor is 2. So the rule is 2x, 2y. I'm getting that because the general rule is kx, ky, where k is the scale factor, so instead of k we are writing 2. In these last couple of examples, they've actually taken away the graph and they've only given us the ordered pairs. So some of the hard work is actually already done. We're going to start setting up the scale factor. That's image over preimage. Picking a number for my image, as long as I don't pick 0, I'm okay. Let's pick this -1. If I use -1 from my image, then I have to pick the y value from C for my preimage. I used the y value from C prime from my image, so the value that I pick from the preimage is the y value from C. So now my scale factor looks like -1 over -3. Negative divided by negative is positive. So the scale factor, or k, is 1/3. Replacing k in the general rule kx, ky with 1/3. 1/3 x, 1/3 y. Looking at that last example, I'll set up the scale factor. The scale factor is the image divided by the preimage. I need a value from the image. I just can't pick 0. I'll pick 8. Remember, you can pick any of these numbers as long as you're not picking 0. My image, I picked the y value from b prime, so I have to use the ordered pair b, and I have to pick the y value. That number is 4. Now I have 8 over 4, dividing both of those numbers by 4, so I'm still dividing by 1, which doesn't change the value of this number. 8 divided by 4 is 2, 4 divided by 4 is 1, 2 over 1 is 2. 2 is k. You guys can reduce these fractions in your calculator. You have a TI-84, so you're hitting math, enter, enter. That's the same as on a TI-83 as well. K is the scale factor, so you're replacing k with that number 2 in the general rule, kx, ky. 2x, 2y is the general rule. That just means that you're taking your ordered pair and you multiply the x value by 2, so 2 times 2 is 4, to get the new x value. Take the old y value, multiply it by 2 for the new y value. The old y value is 3 times 2 is 6. So you can verify algebraically that this all works out. On your homework, this was page 134 for your binders. On your homework, I want you guys to turn on the lights and look at number 10. On number 10, I want to just help you read the ordered pairs. We'll use x and x prime. We only have to pick one ordered pair. X is located at 1, 2, up 1, so 2, 1. X prime is to the right 3, so it has an x value of 3. And a y value, it goes up 1, but it doesn't go all the way up to 2. It stops exactly in the middle, and the middle between 1 and 2 is 1.5. So you can use those ordered pairs to help you find the scale factor, image, so x prime over preimage, so something from x. And then again, just write the rule, replacing whatever you find the scale factor to be in place of k. If you have questions or concerns or comments about the content in this video, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. Send me a message on Schoology, an email, or drop a comment on this video, and I will get back to you as soon as I can.